¿Qué pasó, mi gente? Welcome to another episode of the Toma Todito Show, and let's dive in. Let's bring this episode to life here real quick. We're gonna check PANCRASE, and PANCRASE is an organization that's been around for just about the same amount of time that the UFC has been around. This is going to be another addition to the series that I put together, checking out and paying homage to the numerous organizations that are out there, both MMA related and boxing related. So let's check out PANCRASE and let's dive in to see what they've been doing since 1993, which is around the time that the UFC came into existence. So PANCRASE established in 1993. Their rules originally allowed for close-fisted punches, except to the head, and palm strikes were allowed to the head. So close-fisted punches were allowed everywhere except the head. Palm strikes were the ones that were allowed. So palm strikes were okay to the head. Close-fisted punches not okay to the head, only to the body and elsewhere. Very similar approach to professional wrestling when they first launched, where you see professional wrestlers, whether it's the WWE or these other organizations in New Japan, they're getting put into a submission, and you see the opponent that's on the downside of that position reaching for the ropes, and as soon as they grab the ropes, then the referee usually tries to break that up, right? That's when the referee steps in to try to break that up, or they disqualify the wrestler. So PANCRASE originally took a similar approach to professional wrestling, and they got their inspiration from professional wrestling, except they involved a point system at that. So at the time, the rules called for the wrestler to break the submission hold when the opponent reached the ropes. But the wrestler who claims a rope break forfeits a point. So It was somewhat similar, except they included a point system rather than immediate DQ if you didn't let go, right? So it was a point system type of thing that they had going on there. The wrestler who claims a specified number of rope breaks between 3 and 5 ended up getting disqualified. So that was a unique thing about those submissions. If you found yourself in a submission and if you allowed the opponent to reach the ropes, then there was penalization taking place there. The first king of PANCRASE open weight champion was none other than Ken Shamrock. So go figure, their first king of PANCRASE open weight. So the first champion for that was Ken Shamrock. Between the years of 1998 and 2000, so just about 5 years of existence for PANCRASE, between 98 and 2000, the promotion ended up taking a new direction. They ended up changing its rules and to resemble those of the other common organizations which were out there, like UFC, Pride, and they end up accepting the standard mixed martial arts rules, resembling the other fellow promotions around at the time. 2015, they signed an exclusive deal with the UFC, and then UFC begins airing their events on UFC Fight Pass. So you're able to catch their entire repertoire there on UFC Fight Pass. To date, they're growing strong. They're still going. They're similar life to the UFC, maybe not similar popularity globally, but they got a very strong following. And they have an event actually coming up this December 13th, they have an event happening. So they're still going, they're still alive, they're still well. They've had numerous changes throughout the years. Nonetheless, the effect of PANCRASE is still felt today, and they've had a number of popular fighters that have gone through, that have graced their ring and that have graced their promotion. Some of the more notable fighters that have competed in PANCRASE, of course, none other than Bas Rutten has competed in PANCRASE. Ken Shamrock, of course, as we just mentioned, his brother Frank Shamrock, Guy Mesker, amongst others, and Ricardo Almeida. These are some of the more popular names that I was able to gather there. But you name it, you might recognize other fighters on there, and there was a bunch on the list, right? These are just a few that I picked aside. So PANCRASE doing big things. Check them out. UFC Fight Pass, UFC TV. You could check out their entire repertoire and their catalog there of past fights. December 13th, they have a fight coming up. So check their website out. Check out your local listings and see where you could check out PANCRASE. For you PANCRASE fans out there, existing PANCRASE fans, this episode is dedicated to you. And for those that didn't know about PANCRASE, go check them out. They've been around for quite a while now, so they've been doing big things out there. They've changed direction several times. Nonetheless, they're alive, they're well, they're still kicking and promoting and putting out good product. So here's another organization that we checked out for you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll bring a few more episodes that I got to add to this series in the coming days. Take care.